got arrested, we keeping that private. Buy me a Hyatt for Wyatt. I'ma make sure that you go on a diet. Eat from your plate, you can tell that I like it. You thought you was gonna bag my chick. Yeah, right.
How y'all doing today? I'm your host, Zach Shoemaker, and I hope you guys are having a very blessed day today, especially in the chaotic time we're currently living in. But hopefully for at least the next 30 to 45 minutes, y'all can get some stability and have some fun. Before I go any further though, make sure to go hit the red button, subscribe before we get started. I definitely appreciate that. Also, make sure to leave a comment and give a thumbs up. But while y'all be able to enjoy this episode, well, you guys get to hear from one of the Blue Bloods and one of the top 20 ranked recruiting classes in all the country, and you guys get to hear from G. I promise it's going to be a can't miss episode, but so there's so much more on Stu's views and other things I bring to you. So, how do you stay up to date on stuff like that, the big time, and breakdown? Well, make sure to go and follow me as Zach Shoemaker on both Twitter and Instagram to stay up to date on everything. And as you guys also know, this episode is brought to you by the Player Circle. The Player Circle is the only social networking app designed specifically for grassroots players and coaches. Post all your career mixtapes, accomplishments, highlights, commitment edits, you name it, to be able to get found by all coaches around the country. Now download the app in the App Store today. At the very same time, make sure you go and check out recruit news on Instagram. I promise you, you're not going to miss them, as you're going to be able to find out all the big time players, stats, rankings, everything else about both men and women high school basketball and where they could be going to college. Go check them out at recruit news on Instagram. With that being said, let's get started after this.
Let's welcome on the number 134 overall player in 2020, a four-star, the number 16 overall center, the number 2 overall player in Kentucky, and of course the commit to Kansas. What's going on, G?
Yeah, not much, man. Just be out here just chilling, you know. Man, I'm still underrated. I still feel like I'm underrated, you know. So I still gotta put on some work. I have a lot to work on, you know. Still got a long way to go. You know what I mean? So and then especially in the season, I didn't have a chance to work on my game a lot because, you know, I got hurt in the middle of the season, you know. So that was a problem. So I'm just now calm back to myself, you know what I mean. That's why I didn't really worry about it, because I feel like I'm better than a lot of people in my class, you know what I mean. So, and then in Kentucky, I feel like I'm the best one in Kentucky, but they still say I'm the second best. But it's cool though, you know. Still. I still got a lot to prove.
We got a whole lot of stuff going on with the Corona stuff and all, but talk about how it's impacting you in your life right now.
Man, this really sucks. You know what I mean? I can't even, like, I was waiting on the season to be over so I can have a time to work on my game. You know what I mean? Like, kind of work on my body and stuff like that. But that virus came up, and then I can't even like go to the gym and stuff like that. Like the gym's like. They closed everything, you know what I mean? Even Planet Fitness is right there. They closed, you know what I mean? And then the school gym is closed. They shut down everything. So it's kind of sucks, man. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, all I basically do is just homework. You know what I mean? I just be doing online classes and stuff like that. And sometimes I'll just be doing like some sit-ups, push-ups, and stuff like that while I'm home. You know, and yesterday I got a chance to get in the gym. You know, that was it. That's been it. My life been boring, really boring, man, you know.
Obviously, it's a massive impact thing on a lot of stuff going on, but I mean, definitely for you though, right now, I mean, like you said, you finished up a season. Let's talk about that season. I mean, talk about what it was like playing with the grind session.
Man, it was pretty good experience. You know, I mean, I only had a chance to play a couple of games in the grind session because, you know, like I said, I was hurt. You know, but the grind session is really good, man. I like it. You know, there's a lot of teams, you know what I mean, a lot of good teams in there. You know, that's something I really like about, and you know, it's one of the best tournament, you know what I mean, one of the best circuit, right, I can say, you know. So, but we did pretty good this season, you know what I mean. We ended pretty well, you know, but as you know, almost the whole starting five was hurt. You know, so we had to get new guys, and you know what I mean, like, it's pretty rough. It was pretty tough, man.
Having a great relationship with your coach is obviously a huge thing, but talk about what it's like playing under him.
It's pretty good, man. I mean, whenever I do my job, he let me play my game, you know what I mean? So, I mean, as long as I do my job on defense, you know what I mean, and then that's it. It's you know what I mean. He let me play out there. You know what I mean. Let me play through mistakes and stuff like that. So kind of helped me with my confidence. You know what I mean. So and he let me play inside and out. That's something I really like to do. You know. So it was a really great experience. You know. Wow. I mean, for the last couple of games, for the last games that I played, you know, it was a good experience. I'll say.
No doubt. He labeled you as being a player as positionless. I mean, right now you can pretty much dominate the 4 and 5, but he even
Hmm.
talked about you're able. He can put you in at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and feel confident that you can do your thing. So, talk about what's it like having that kind of game and how you see that translating down the line.
I mean, I mean, when you have that kind of game, that be able to like my game, I'm able to like pass it. You know what I mean? Pass it, able to shoot it, able to run the floor, to block shots and stuff like that. That's something that not everyone has a chance to get that. You know what I mean? I'm grateful for that. You know, it's like a big gift from me. You know what I mean? Especially at the next level. Like you can see like big guys now, they just if you can rebound, block shot, you know what I mean? If you can make shots, if you can create shots, but especially you know being able to be athletic and be able to move like that, you know what I mean, and then shoot it, sprint the floor. It's a big thing, you know what I mean. A lot like especially like right now the game is like spread out, you know what I mean. The NBA they play with a lot of space, you know what I mean? The big guys, especially the 4 and 5, gotta be able to like space the floor, you know what I mean? You know, so that's something that I'm really grateful to be. You know, what I mean, like that's a change that not a lot of guys my size that can shoot the ball like me and can like kind of make plays like me can have my vision. You know, what I mean, my IQ like that. So that's a big thing at the next level in college too. You know. Like especially in the Big 12, like athletic guys that can make plays. They like them. You know what I mean? They impact the game really, really, really a lot, bro.
A lot of people obviously know you're going to be going to Kansas for at least the next 1 to 4 years, but let's talk about something because Kansas, you've been in Kansas before. I mean, you grew up your first 3 years in
Yeah.
America, you're in Kansas. So talk about those past other years playing at Sunrise Christian.
I mean, it was a great experience. You know what I mean? I learned a lot. You know what I mean? They helped me a lot, you know what I mean, with my game because when I got there, I didn't really. I mean, I could do some stuff, but like the game, I didn't really understand the game. You know what I mean? So I had a chance to play against like guys that was like D1 athletes. You know what I mean? That had looks from almost every school. You know what I mean? And then I was nobody at the time, so it was a great experience to learn. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunity. You know what I mean? So that's what kind of helped me right now. You know, that's something that I being able to like pass it, pass the ball. You know what I mean? That's something like Sunrise kind of helped me with it. You know, I'm be able to like move. You know what I mean? To play defense. That's something that I learned from Sunrise. You know what I mean? If you didn't play defense, they wouldn't let you play. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So it was a great experience, man.
And they obviously have a stacked roster always, but one guy you got to
Hmm.
go up against was obviously N'faly Dante. I mean, what was it
Yeah.
like having a battle with him?
Oh, every day, man. Me and him, we battle every day at practice. You know what I mean? Like he was we competing every day. You know, we compete every day, but you know, but he's like I would say he's like we so close. It's like he's almost my best friend. You know what I mean? He almost my best friend. He's really close to me. We always FaceTime like every day. You know what I mean? Me and him. So on the court, as soon practice started, we were like going at it. You know what I mean? But as soon practice is over, we just we were friends, you know what I mean? Because we live in the same house. Me and him, we didn't share a room, but we live in the same house. So we did everything together, you know. Even work on our game, we work on our game together and stuff like that. So he was really good for me. That's what helped me with my with defense, being able to like can guard inside. You know what I mean? He kind of helped me. You know, he was like way taller than me and like way bigger than me. So that was something that really helped me a lot. You know what I mean? Like helped me a lot, man.
That's awesome because I think obviously having any relationship is a huge thing, especially with a guy that's obviously a top player like N'faly is. I mean, just being on a bond and have him help you and you help him in a way too is just a really great thing as well.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It does. Like being able to have a relationship with people, it's good, man. You know, what I mean, that's why I'm really humble and really kind. You know, what I mean, really friendly. I'm open like to anybody. You know, I mean, anybody hit me up, I'm open. You know, 'cause you never know, this person might be able to help you in the next couple months, next couple years, you know, in the future and stuff like that. So never know, man. You know, so that's why I always try to make a relationship with people, even the coaches that recruited me. You know, what I mean, before I made my decision, I text them. You know, what I mean, I called them. I was like, thank you for the opportunity. You know, stuff like that. So I'm really grateful, you know what I mean? So I'll let them know and trying to keep the connection, trying to keep that relationship with them because you never know. Like let's say I might need them in the future. They probably have a chance to get in the league, being a coach in the league, and then hey, just because of the relationship I have with them, he might give me an opportunity in the league, you know what I mean? So you never know.
That's a great way of putting it, man. I mean, I don't think a lot of people put that into perspective, and I don't think a lot of guys, unfortunately, value relationship as much as that. But you, as we know, you're going to be playing at Kansas University next year. I mean, what went into that decision?
I mean, the decision it was not it was hard to make because I had a lot of other schools, I have other good schools, but when you see in Kansas, like it was like the perfect school for my game. You know, what I mean, being able like inside, they get a lot of touches. You know, what I mean, they put like our low and stuff like that, so I can be inside and out. You know, like being able like to like sprinting the floor because you can see like they move the ball pretty well, And I was thinking, I'm like, see, if I spread the floor, I would get the ball, you know what I mean? And then if I set a screen and pop, I can get the ball, you know what I mean? If I go on the block, I can get the ball, you know what I mean? That's something that I really look at, and the Kansas play the bigs a lot, the bigs get minutes, They usually play two bigs, or one. It depends. So and the other school that I had, they usually just play one big. That was not really like an opportunity for me. And they don't. Some other schools don't really play with their big. They just have the bigs to just rebound and block shots. That's how they have the big do and set screens. And Kansas was like totally the opposite. And the relationship I had with the coaches too was a big deal. Because Coach Self himself was recruiting me, so that was a big thing, So they had everything I was looking for, like so I was like, man, why not just take the opportunity, I mean there's no doubt about it. I can do great things if I keep the good work that I'm doing, I mean. So I think at Kansas I have a big shot to make it where I want to go. So that's why I choose. That's why I choose Kansas.
When you look at and you hear coaches' names, I mean, if you can
Hmm.
get a call from a guy like Coach Self, a guy like Coach K, Coach Cal, Coach Roy Williams, I
Yeah,
mean, it's just a different vibe coming from that. So for you, what was that feeling when you first got to hear and talk to Coach Self?
and that was big. I'm like, man, like I'm really doing something good. You know what I mean? I'm like, what I'm doing is really good. Like that's crazy. I mean, I couldn't be there for a while. I'm like, shit, self. Like he win the Big 12 almost every year. You know what I mean? Like, and he won the tournament. You know what I mean? Final four and stuff like. He got everything that a coach could dream of. You know what I mean? And he coached a lot of guys in the league. I'm like, man, that's crazy. I'm like, I just gotta keep the good work. I couldn't believe it for a while. Especially when he came to see me for the first time. I'm like, man, Bill Self really flew out there to come see me. Yeah, I'm like, it's crazy. So yeah, that was big time, man. That was big. I feel grateful for that. I'm still grateful for that.
And I can imagine, I mean, just the track record with Bill Self. I mean, he obviously, one of his best jobs and the best thing he does is develop players and put them in the league. And I mean, especially the big men. I mean, we go down the list. Obviously, most recently we look at Joel Embiid, but you got guys obviously like what Udoka will be, Sheik Diallo, Cliff Alexander. I mean, the list goes on along with other top players that are at the forward positions. And I mean, just the history of Kansas basketball, we know guys like Wilt Chamberlain. The list goes on and on there. But, I mean, what impact, what pull did that have in your decision?
I was like, yo, that, and I said that to myself. I even asked him. I'm like, where do you see me in the next couple of years? What do you think I can be if I keep that same work that I'm doing? He see me as this guy, in the next couple of years too. And then that was like that's one of the main reasons that I choose Kansas too. I'm like, they have guys like that in the league. I'm like that can be me in the next couple of years too. I can't. I had that opportunity that God they had at Kansas. That's what I'm gonna have. The same work that they had. That's what I'm gonna have. I'm like, I can be the next Joel Embiid too. I can be the next Diallo. And stuff like that. So that's the next Kelly Oubre and stuff like that. Jack Jackson. So.
And you look at someone obviously like Udoka Azubuike, like I just said, he's obviously graduating, a fan favorite, but I mean, theoretically, you are going to be only the center on the roster. So what's it like trying to fill his shoes next year?
I mean, it's not. I mean, I don't feel the pressure at all, because I mean, I can take it. Just all he needs is to put the work in. I actually need to work on my body. So that's something big. I mean, me and him is kind of two different players, as you can see, because I'm more of like a four guy. I can play 3, 4, 5. And that's something that really good for me that I will be able to get some minutes. If I do my job, if I do my part, I'll be able to get a lot of minutes because I play multiple possession. So but the job, like I don't feel no pressure at all to get there and then be like the next Azubuike. I don't feel no pressure about it at all. Like if that's what I would do anything to put me on the floor. That's all I need is the opportunity. If they ask you to be the next Azubuike, so be it. I'll do my best to be the next one.
And KU was your dream school. So I mean, when you guys stepped foot on campus, we know your dream school. Did you kind of leave that visit feeling that you knew you were going to commit there?
I mean, like the coach, even Self said it. Even when I was on my visit, he said it could felt that I was gonna commit, but I just didn't want to make the decision so soon. So people could be like, yo, he probably went on a visit and then he probably got a bag or something. People always make things up, and they were like, they always kind of hating, so and at the time, they was on the investigation with the NCAA thing, and then kind of scared me, but the coaches talked to me about it, and they told me that they're not gonna get in trouble for that, it's not gonna be a big deal, so they talked to me, I understood that, and then I was like, yeah, I think I will go to Kansas, I'm like, there was no doubt about it,
You were still in the process before you commit, obviously, when the whole late night of the fog thing happened with Snoop Dogg, and I think there's a lot of controversy about that. But for you as a recruit, I mean, people were kind of wondering what would you guys feel about that? So what was your take on the whole Snoop Dogg performance?
I mean, I wasn't there. I took my visit the weekend before that, though. But my people was there. My guardian was there at the late night. And I have Latrell. He actually committed to Kansas. He was at the visit too. And then I mean, like when I saw the news, I'm like, I ain't seen nothing wrong about it. Like I wasn't mad at anything about it. It's Snoop Dogg. What you expect? He was, man. So I was like. I mean, like, he was bad, but I wasn't really mad about it. That didn't change my mind about Kansas at all. That didn't have no effect on me at all, so.
I mean, going back to about the investigation stuff, I mean, for you guys, I mean, what do you think goes through a recruit's minds? Because at the end of the day, KU still land a guy like you, and they land teammate next year, obviously, in Bryce.
Yeah.
But for a lot of people that are worried from the outside, people that are looking at Kansas, really, what do you, as a commit and a guy looking at Kansas, what influence does that have on you?
Man, that doesn't have any influence on me at all. Cause like the coaches, I chose the coaches. You know, I mean, I believe in them, and they told me he's not gonna be a big deal. You know, so I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. You know, they told me they didn't do anything wrong. You know, so I mean, some people, some recruits scared of that. You know what I mean? So, but for me, like when you really like a school, when it was a dream school, like this is really not gonna like affect you. You know what I mean? It's not gonna do anything on you. You know what I mean? So I mean, the NCAA always they be trying to find something on recruits. You know, I mean on schools to trying to like punish them. You know, but you know, things happen, and I hope the punishment is not big. You know, I hope it doesn't really like the punishment doesn't really affect me like that. You know, but I don't think it will be that much of a big deal. You know, that's something that a lot of recruits need to know that it's not that much of a big deal. You know what I mean? Like they told me it's not gonna be that much. You know, what I mean, the punishment not gonna be that. It's not like they're gonna have them, like the tournament. They won't be able to get in the tournament next year or stuff like that. You know, it won't get that deep. You know, so the recruits need to know that too. You know.
Clearly, one of those top recruits that was not afraid of that either is obviously Bryce. I mean, what's your guys' relationship like? There's also other guys, you know, something like Latrell. I mean, what's your relationship with some of the incoming recruits in your recruiting class?
I mean, me and Bryce, it's not like I haven't played against him. You know, I haven't met him in person yet. You know, but we talk once. But he's pretty good. You know, I mean, you know, he's really good. So I'm excited to work with him next year. You know, I mean, I'm excited to compete with him, to be on the same floor with him, to have because we have the same goal. You know, I mean, to obviously win. You know, to so I'm really excited. Like Latrell told you know we played together summer and stuff like that. So Latrell is a dog. So I'm ready. I'm excited to be there with these guys. You know, so I think it was gonna be really fun. You know, I mean it's gonna be a really great experience to be there with these guys for the next 2, 3, 4 years. You know, so.
Do you have a connection or bond with anyone on the roster right now?
Yeah, Jalen Wilson. We played together too when I was a sophomore. He was a junior, and we played AU together. You know, it's my guy too. You know, so really good friend of mine. And after that, the guys that I met on my visit, you know, I met the whole team, but I had fun with the whole team. So I think we're gonna have fun. You know, we're gonna do good things.
Without a doubt. And now you obviously had a really incredible season where obviously an AAU season, obviously playing with YGC 36. I mean,
Yeah.
What was that experience like where you all of a sudden turned up going in as a really underrated player and turning into the player with all these offers? What was that process like?
Man, he was crazy, man. You know, like that opportunity. Like, I mean, I'm grateful for that opportunity, man. You know, like I will never thought of that. You know, like coming in on that summer was just trying to get me one offer to just recruit. I just wanted a good D1 school to go and then pay for my education, you know, and then keep following my dream. And then the work that I put in the summer, and then everything went crazy. You know, for a while I couldn't believe it. You know, because when I had like, all these schools calling me, you know, I had Memphis, Penny Hardaway came to see me. You know, like you know all these. I had Louisville and stuff like that. So I like I'm like for a while I couldn't believe. I'm like, man, I was like, man, I'm really that guy now. You know. But at the same time, I was like, man, I still got a lot of work to put in. You know, I mean, I still got a lot of things to work on. You know, the work is not done yet. You know, so that was a big summer for me, man. A big summer.
And we seeing how much you improved just in that time span, obviously just now is a huge thing. And like people keep saying, you might be ranked 134, 120, whatever it might be, but end of the day, you have potential to be in an NBA, and I know that's your dream eventually too. So what's your track record, or really how do you see yourself progressing to get to that level eventually?
Man, I need to put on some weight. That's the first thing that's on my list. You know what I mean? I need to work on my handles. I need to work on my jump shot better. You know what I mean? I need to work on my post game. You know, because back to the basket. I need to work on that a lot. And handles, back to the basket, and the jump shot. I still gotta put a lot of work on in the jump shot too. You know, and then I need to I need to be more explosive than I am right now. You know, that's something that these things I'm really focusing on them. Like especially in the summer when I get in Kansas, I'm gonna be focused on putting on weight, being more explosive, being able to like my footwork too, post games, and those and jump shot. You know, that's these six things that I'm really gonna be focusing on these things. And I think I'm if I'm really great at these six things, I'll be able to make it at the next level. You know.
And to be able to make it to the NBA would be a dream come true for every basketball
Oh
player.
yeah.
And I mean, someone obviously you come from Haiti, and that's something that there's more and more foreign players always coming to the NBA constantly, but Haiti's still not really a hot spot for basketball players. So what would it mean to you to be able to represent your country and play in the NBA?
Man, that would be huge, man. You know, I will be the actually the second Asian to be able to accomplish that. You know, that would be a really big time. I would be able to help my family, you know what I mean, to even help my country, even go back and help my country. So that's something that would be an idol for every basketball player in Haiti. You know, that would be big for me, man. You know, that would be I would be really grateful to God putting all this work every day. So when you make it up there, you know, you you probably won't even believe it for a couple while, but after that you're gonna see yourself being like a lot of people looking up to. This uh, that would be huge, man. That would be a good thing.
And what was it like? I mean, you obviously were coming to the United States when you were 16, but what was it like growing up in Haiti?
Man, he was tough. He was tough, but not like worse. You know, I had a lot of friends who, you know, that's something that I really miss about home. You know, like and being able growing up without a dad when you only had your mom, like doing almost everything. You know, so it was really hard, man. You know, that's something that's why I always every time I remember that. It makes me want to push harder, you know what I mean?
Without a doubt. So, I
Yeah.
mean, what was that process like, and how did you kind of get the opportunity to come over?
So I went to a basketball camp home in Haiti in the capital, and then these guys saw me and was like, "Yo, you think I have opportunity? I have some potentials, you know." You said I could do great things, you know. You said will help me to get here. To yeah, actually what was my dream, and I told him what was my dream, you know, and he said it would help me to accomplish my dream, you know. So I was like, okay, and then he actually did. And when I moved here, man, it was hard, you know. Yeah, I didn't know English at all, you know. That was the hardest part. Like English, I did not know anything at all, you know, and then the food, some of the food, like I did not like them. You know, like green beans. That was not it. That was not it. You know, some some of the food, like I didn't like them. So he was tough, man. He was really tough. And then sometimes they only sometimes I won't even be talking because ain't nobody was gonna understand me. Sometimes I didn't even go to school and then I gotta use Google Translate, you know, every time, you know. So it was tough. It's a long process, man. It's a long process, and then after that, after you learn the language, after you pick the language up, you gotta be able to be like adapt to the culture, and stuff like that. Like learning things that you can do, things that you can't do. As especially the United States, there's a lot of rules and stuff like that. So it was hard, man. It was hard to keep up with all these things.
Absolutely. And obviously God puts different challenges in people, but I mean to be able to go through that, I mean, it only makes you better and gets you more prepared for what could come down the line, obviously playing in the NBA and traveling a bunch too.
Yeah, he does. He helps you a lot, because the next level is like it's really hard too, it's like a job, I mean. So that's how I took it when I movie. I'm like, it's like a job. So I gotta get adapt to the job and get used to it real quick. You know what I mean? I gotta pick the job, picked it up real fast, and that's what I did. Man.
And you picked up a basketball for the first time, started playing when you're only 15. So what was
Yeah,
that experience like, and how did that happen?
man. So like one time I was just like, so this guy saw me, and then in the park, right? He was like, he asked me how tall I was, and then back then I was only like probably 6'7.5", 6'8", and then he was like, "Do I play basketball?" I'm like, "No, I don't really play basketball." You know what I mean? I'm like, I was a soccer player back then. I played soccer, and then he was like, "All right," and then he saw me, and then he had a basketball camp on the next day. And then he invited me. He was like, "Yeah, come to that camp and stuff." I'm like, "Oh, I come," And then he said, "But," and then I went. Like I'm still trying to find these videos. Like I think he has some of these videos. I'm trying to see if I can find them from that day one. Like I couldn't even do like a 2 step layup. I didn't even know what was that. I mean, like, but because that's what you gotta do. So. He was awkward, not gonna lie. What I mean, I did not even know how to shoot the ball, how to hold the ball and shoot it. It was kind of fun. And then and then that camp went for about 3 days. I mean, they had that camp for 3 days, and then we work out, and I learned a lot of things. And then kept playing with my friends, with some friends. What I mean. That was in the summer when school started. I kept playing with some friends, and then when I started playing, and then when real games started, like when we were playing 5-on-5, the only thing it told me to do at first is just like rebound and block shots. What I mean? Like, and then run the floor. That's why I'm really good at these three things. What I mean? That's why I can do these three things pretty well because I've been doing them from day one. What I mean? So that's all I was doing is rebound, run the floor. What I mean? And then if I can have a layup and then make a layup, what I mean? That's it. And then after that, after that, my skills starting to come. Being able to pass, kind of shoot a little bit, it started to come. And then when I moved here, that's when I learned like almost the game. What I mean? But I'm still learning. That that's the thing. When I moved here, I learned what was like I could dunk when I moved here, but like I didn't have no handles at all. Like I couldn't even like dribble the ball at all. Like if like little kid could steal the ball from me, you know. So he was every time I think about that, man, it's kind of fun. I'm like, man, I'm like, look at me now, like total different guy. It's crazy.
That's awesome. Before I let you go, I was like wrapping up a couple different questions. The first one being, who in your life would you say has been your biggest role model?
My biggest role model, I say LeBron James, man. That's a role model to me. He's a great player, what I mean, great person, I think he's the goat on and off the court, what I mean, being someone that grew up without a father, just like me, what I mean, have just your mom helping you out. That sounds just like me, what I mean, being able to accomplish all these things, It's every day I wake up, I put myself like LeBron, like when he was like my age, when he was younger than me, you know. That's someone that I really look up to.
Without a doubt. And
Yeah.
so before I let you go, man, my last question I was like wrapping up with is talking about faith. Me being a man of faith, I mean, talk about how God has helped get you to the point you're at today.
Man, God helped me every day, man. God helped me a lot. Like I'm a Baptist. I'm Baptist, so I believe in God. You know, like a lot of people don't think God is real, but I think God is real because sometimes I pray and I ask God for something, and then I really get it. It's crazy, but you know what I mean. Like I really get that, you know, because of the faith that I have. You know, I mean, if God wasn't there, like I wouldn't be here right now talking to you. You know, what I mean, you wouldn't even know about me. You know, what I mean, like there's these opportunities that I've got. Like God, if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't have them. You know, what I mean, I asked for them, and then He gave them to me. You know, what I mean, like it's crazy. I'm really grateful. That's why every day I wake up. I thank him for that. You know what I mean? Like literally every day, you know, I pray, you know, I thank him. I thank God, you know, and I thank him for things that he gonna keep doing for me, you know what I mean? So things that he will do for me, I thank him for things that he did and things that he's doing right now and things that he will do for me. So and I'm grateful, man.
Amen, man. I mean, God obviously has a special path for everyone. And I mean, like you said, I mean, just hearing your story and hearing so many different people's stories, I mean, you can obviously tell there has to be a God and someone that controls these things and puts people in these situations.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like God put me in a bad situation, but after that, then I learned. I think about it, like man, he really did that just to show me, you know what I mean? Like it happens, you know what I mean? So especially when I cause I went to I played for Next Level Prep first, and then the program got shut down in the middle of the year, and I went to Sunrise, and then my sophomore year, and then end of my sophomore year, and then that's when I didn't play, you know, I mean, my sophomore year at all. So that was like, man, I was kind of mad. I'm like, why did I come if I was not even gonna play? And then I'm like, man, I'm still learning the game, you know what I mean? Like I'm here for a reason, you know what I mean? He put me here for a reason, and then that's when I wake up. But I'm like, yeah, he really did that just so I can learn about more about the game, you know what I mean? Because you can't really learn when you on the court like that. You know what I mean? You can learn when you like off the court and you see things, you know what I mean? When you see what people are doing and you do it, you know, so.
Couldn't agree more, man. Well, I definitely appreciate taking time to come on, my guy. Keep
Yes,
on being
sir.
you. Keep on doing your thing.
That's how you do and be good, bro.
All right, for sure, bro. God bless.
God bless you too.